Um, Francis, you doxed or fucking you tagged me, and then you said Kelly, 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 and you know that was my mom's fucking name, you fucking faggot. You literally defended me. I don't get you, because like I think there's a really good moral compass in you, and I think you've been hurt. Also, you're a dude, and no offense, nobody listens to dudes, especially on the internet. Well, they like to fixate on women and smear them and turn them into things they're not, which is what happened with me. However, I've established and ascertained I do it at this point. I'm pretty sure people are, they're acting towards me a certain way for a reason, and it's not because I wanted that. I just wanted this shit to not be, it wasn't right. None of it was right. None of any of this is right, even on a smaller scale and not my own fucking situation. That's why I never wanted to get into this. But for fuck's sake, if people are gonna goddamn fucking get in the middle of my abuse and my fucking rights that I have that had nothing to do with those freaks. Damn, they had no, yikes, blackout, fucking Melissa, like, my dudes. If your life is so great, why are you catching charges? Because you're catching them. And you already caught some, but they're not about me. But there's more coming. You done goofed. Many of them have done goofed. Even Q, I had nothing to do with this nuke. And, like, it sucks because people that are, like, really scared, they're coming to me. And just for the record, nobody knows, do they? And I won't tell a goddamn soul, and it'll just be between me and you. Because I hope by now you notice that my silence is actually very valuable. And it's a bad sign for the bad people that are provoking things. But also, like, loyalty. You don't have to be perfect, Francis. You don't even have to like me. If you can respect me and at least not do things like the Kelly, Kelly, Kelly thing, I'll always bring that up, because that's the one thing that pissed me off, that I was like, Francis, why? You should not, stop. Don't do that to my mama. Please, for fuck's sake, that is my Achilles tendon. Stop, don't do that. Or my sister, dude, don't fuck with my sister, and I shouldn't even tell you that. I want to trust you and know that is my number one Achilles tendon, is Abigail and my sister. My mama fuck her sometimes, but also she doesn't deserve that, and I love her. My daddy's been left alone, but my grandma, my sister, the female family members, and my pets. You come after my sister, boy, run. I don't think you will, though. Just saying. That's my Achilles tendon, for real, is my little sister. This is my baby sister, big sister props. And she's been harassed and scared the most for nothing and all this, like, and she's been the most aware and the most, like, supportive of me, like, yeah, no, fuck anyone touching her. Someone just called somebody and did a death threat, and it shook them, and I'm done, and they're fucking, all I'm saying is that person wasn't about to be noted in what I'm noting in this case with the upcoming situation. And all I'm saying is that maybe the FBI themselves has also contacted me directly with some of these things, and I know that things are going down internally. I don't know about the details for, because classified. Okay, my hands are out of the cookie jar once I leave the city, okay? And a lot of this stuff has to be done in physical hand. So if I can help you before I leave, Francis, let me know. I'm filing some stuff tomorrow, and then the case is the 24th, but I'm probably not going to be up here by then. I have like 7 motions I'm filing, and they're absolutely with absolute denial. I just, unfortunately, like, I'm not a lawyer, and with family cases, like in DV, at the family courts, basically, they give you more leniency, because civil cases tend to be more fucking, financially based, so people have that kind of money to get a lawyer. However, even though it's connected to Nick with the DV stuff that he got the grant against for, it's technically being heard in the civil courts. It's like their standards. So they're basically very bureaucratic, and I've done this for like I've done this 4 times now. And it's not that I'm being denied it. It's just that it ain't perfect to get it in so that they can submit it to the fucking database. Yeah, Francis. So I would say if you have anyone you need help with, let me know ASAP, because this shit should have been a Monday. But it should be fine as long as I finish tonight. But just say, let me know as soon as you do, because if I can help, I want to. And even after this, I still think I can help a little, but I can't promise as much of an impact. Yeah, I know that you didn't go too hard with the one with my mom either, and also, like, I don't think most people really knew who you were referencing. It just doesn't make me feel good that you were even, like, using it, because it's a taunt to me. It's a threat to me, because those are my absolute, like, you don't fuck with my people, dude. And I think you know that. I think that's happened to you. So, like, come on, dude. Like, just don't do that to me, and I got your back, bro. I ain't fucking against you. I never was. I always gave you credit because it was valid. But don't fucking be a poop head and make me not... Don't make me fight back. I won't, and I haven't with you. Even though with, honestly, some of these fakes, I absolutely would have ruined them for way less. So I like you, okay? And I'm a friend if you want me to be and you trust me. But, like, I get it if you don't. I get it. And I just want you to know, like, I legitimately am just trying to help at this point, because I'm genuine and I'm loyal, and I've seen the difference between corpses and flawed humans that are not necessarily the problem, but they got caught up into things, or they've been scared like you, and maybe they don't have, like, you know, the obsessed stalker base mixed in with some real decent supporters like I do. And also beyond that, I also have silenced the big problems lately. It's not the same fucking place online it was. Did you notice? At least not in my community. So what I'm saying is that, like, yeah, dude, like, I hope it's clear by now that I'm not fake. I'm genuine. I'm a little different than everybody. I'm also kind of like, I don't know, I'm literally tested right brain, left brain 50-50, and that's apparently what, like, one of the most rare, like, test results for that you can get. I don't know. I get it, though, and I've been around, and I can handle it, but I'm also a girl. I'm also very emotionally, like, loyal and compassionate if you are someone who deserves it. I am the coldest, most malicious piece of shit you will never want to fuck with if you provoke me deeply, as many of these people have done and deserved my responses for. And man, did it feel good. Even, you know, the mayors, you know, and the Ganville knew that I may or may not have proof of, at least with Victoria, after I wrecked Ganville and he didn't really even go after my channel. I haven't gotten shit on my channel since I got it back up and monetized in a week and a half. Yeah, no, everybody's silenced because also, like, privacy strikes. But Francis, I don't want to tell you what I got, but I paid a lot of money for these things legally. And my God, I have information and serious business legal power, and then I have other criminal legal power. It's not power, it's more like victim status, where I can draw light to problems with the legal stuff that's in law. But when it comes to, like, business law, dude, you have no idea. Let me know of some channels that you don't like that are really gross, and if I'm involved, like, just saying I can help you with that too. But that's not right now, because it's not like I have to have a day to deal with that. I got everything I need. I just gotta upload shit. It ain't that time yet, but I want to do it. And man, let me know if there's some channels that are fucking going ham on you. I don't think anyone does, though, with, like, recapping and, you know, honestly, yeah, for you, like, it's probably more covert Discord stuff. But if they are connecting to anything connected to mine, I will absolutely do what I can. That's all. Yeah, I know. That was why I was so appreciative and, like, you had my loyalty, is because you literally, that was what you talked about. Same with Victoria, is that you guys literally are the most pissed about the absolutely valid things where my family and my baby newborn nephew and my sister are being terrorized. That is not acceptable. Who wants that for anyone? My people, just because it hurt me, and my family hates me so much, that's all they can do is target the people I don't have any relationship with. Weird. I would imagine that would assumely, like, tell them that they're just retards, and that clearly if they're going after that to get my attention when I don't want to give it to them. I mean, like, literally not my sister, not my fucking nephew. That is, like, that was why I really liked you and Victoria, because that was disgusting. No one was speaking out on it. I didn't even know you guys, and I didn't even have to like Victoria because I didn't like her then, and that was what kind of got us to be cool. Like, and even yesterday, I just saw her in scribbles even, dude. That is the number one thing anyone with a soul is disgusted by, as they should be. Because that's my baby sister. That's my newborn nephew. Who the fuck? So yeah, I got your back for that, like, for real. And I do believe that you're not malicious. It was just kind of, like, enough to provoke enough that, like, if I had known you had bad intent otherwise, yeah, I would have fucked you up with something. I don't know what or how, or if it would have been legal, covert. I actually try to stick legal with everything, though. Although I don't trust the system, I do believe that, as in my case, the system isn't always thoroughly broken, and that's why I did all that I did with Nick, even though there was really disturbing, like, demonic levels of interference. At the family court, civil's different, civil's fine. But, no, it was really scary, Francis, okay? And I actually, like, stopped, and I wasn't able to prep evidence the way I needed to. And you know what? I prayed, and then the morning of, I threw up the whole morning, dude. It was horrible. I was absolutely shook. The judge was like, I was just like, every comment, I was not me. I looked like a fucking coward, and I don't act like that usually because I'm not. But it was just he and the situation, and I just wanted it to be over, and it had been so hard, dude. Okay, like, all I'm saying, though, is, like, yeah, like, I just, like, I have compassion for people, and this is why I never wanted to get into it. None of this should have happened to me, ever. But you want to bring my baby sister into it? I don't deserve this. I'm not perfect, but nobody I know of, unless you're a PDF, would ever deserve something this horrible. Like, and then the people that don't have anything doing wrong, that, like, have rights to their privacy, you don't go after my baby sister, though, and no bully ever will. So, no, I don't think you're malicious. I think you were just being a weirdo, because you are a weirdo. It's okay. I'll admit it. I am, too. By the way, people just don't, like, the benefit I have as a weirdo that you don't is that you look like a weirdo because you're a dude with a beard, and, like, you talk like a weirdo, but, like, that's fine, by the way. I think you're really smart, by the way. I get dismissed when I'm very much ahead of the game, and right often. And then I also get like not listened to for nothing because people can't keep up. And then I'm told that I don't communicate later, and then I'm shit on for it or like fucked with for it. Like, it's like actually like I get it. So also like I'm the type that missed a lot of school for medical shit, and I always had such good grades. They wouldn't give me any fucking goddamn programs of like, you know, leverage where I would get help more with the grade situation. No, it's always been hard for me, and it's always been like, I work for shit. I ain't the smartest in the room, but I get you. I think you're smart. I think you got shit to offer. I don't think you're a piece of shit. I think that you understand some of why I'm so pissed about some of this. So I want you to know I got your back, and I don't think you're going to ever go deeper than what you did, but please never even go that deep. Out of respect, I'm asking you that. I am not threatening you, because I have respect for you. But just like show me that, because my mama don't fuck with that dude. Ashley smeared her too bad. Ashley also threatened my little sister, and then someone who's going to be very sorry that they recently decided to make themselves a targeting force for my little baby sister. They were gonna get ignored, but they done goofed. Idiot. Yikes. Imagine that. So yeah, it's funny because yeah, people like, they like to provoke me for obviously engagement by telling me that I don't have anyone who loves me, and then attacking the people I love the most because they know that's the only way. So like, they're just delusional. But nah, dude, you're cool. I got your back. If I can help, let me know. And please just, you know, don't even like do that. Those are my people, man. Let it go. Don't spread it, man. All right, please. I don't want that for you. I know it wasn't meant to be super malicious or deep, but like, please, no, not with them. All right. I don't care if you call me a fat ass or like call me a fucking babbly bitch or like, I don't know, whatever. Maybe I screech too much. Whatever that's like actually true, even though it's not fair, I'll take it. Anything that's fair, okay? But like, not my people that don't deserve it. That's literally, don't even fucking come up with a little element of them, and I'll probably lose my mind. So that's about it. I got your back though, and I think you're cool, and I honestly, I'm serious. Like, if you want to talk and do some panels, I think you're interesting and people should hear you. So let me. Okay, well, luckily for you, I like you, and I think you're better than what I would have if I had seen anyone else assumedly like get to that point with my fucking mother in their mouth. Yeah, they'd be fucked with. Trust that, and they wouldn't like it. And just for the record, like, I'm not threatening you, and I'm being real with you because of the fact that I actually wouldn't feel like I need to do this with you, just for the record. I'm not threatening at all, and there's no like undertone with anything, just for the record. But unfortunately, like, I've had to kind of be forced into kind of like taking care of shit whether I wanted to or not lately, and I'm glad I could with some of it, but I didn't ever like I could have just been fine like not having these things happen to me and still just not fucking liking, like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't have to like be involved in like the internet. I could have stayed out of it if it would just have never happened to me, and I would have still disliked it, and it wouldn't have been helped with in this community. What I've done, and I'm trying to do now, is I've gotten my own direct piece, although there's more involved. It's not hell like it was. But yeah, dude, I can't always tell when you're joking or not, and I'm always going to be playful back because I actually really like you, and I think you're just a weirdo just to be a weirdo, and I think it's kind of funny sometimes, but I don't know, man. If I can help with anything, even just like talking about shit that you think needs to be talked about that I agree with, that I can support enough on my own platform, I got you, dude. I mean, just don't talk about anything that I don't think you would not talk about, like super disgusting shit, like that nobody wants to like hear, you know, like PDF shit. Like, that's not allowed, obvi. And like, I don't want to hear about like abuse towards other people unless there's like a justification for it that you need to expose. That even I kind of want to verge away from. But like, seriously though, if you have stuff that you want to talk about that you think people need to hear, and I can frame it or at least you know, give some sort of validity to at least like giving you a space to talk, not where someone's gonna use it to cut you off to get to me. All right, I wanted to hear you that night. Astro's pathetic ass came through the way she did, but that was exactly why she showed herself. She's pathetic. You were interesting, and you were the focus, and yet she couldn't even understand that, like, I didn't have not shit to want to do with her, and she had to extract it and take your right away to speak. And I think people are kind of like that with you anyways. But only request is that my brain's fried. I'm doing a lot of legal work, and I can't work, and I'm stressed because people are shitting on me with resources I don't have, in situations I didn't ask for, and I would have just literally killed myself for if I hadn't have gotten this far. But now that I've basically fixed a lot, especially for people that have had to deal with way less, claiming that they want to help me after I've actually accomplished a lot and literally had criminal acts of domestic violence and then worse, especially initiating straight from Nick's abuse. Someone I loved and hates me is just bad enough. But then when you get to the internet, let's not talk about the viral and the sadism that's exploded since I went viral because of the abuse and the bad or worse situations I was constantly picked to choose from, and the vulnerability I was in alone in my car where I was streaming constantly. That would have never been a formula if I hadn't have been in the shoes I was in from abuse. So, like, no one had compassion then, right? It just, I don't know, man. I think a lot of the sadism from the idiots that were noobs that were falling for the smears, I think they've started, like, again, Victoria, or like even Eric AF. And just for the record, if you don't want to be friends publicly too, let me know. I'm actually pretty cool with a lot of people. Don't really say the nicest things to me live because it kind of protects them, and I get that. But I'm just saying, like, this is actually me just being real. Also, final request: do you think you could do me the slightest favor, given the context of my brain fried situation where I'm constantly doing the mental work of, like, literally 5 people? I'm not kidding. And also I'm being asked to, like, relocate without my mom's, like, and for instance, I got punched the other day because someone wouldn't reduce their temper enough for no reason to listen to me. If they would have shut the fuck up and realized they were the problem, not me. But I got punched for making sure that while I was being verbally abused, that I was also still saying what was being denied, my voice. Yeah, no, I was just the most benign, non-emotional, like, I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm just saying, dear, I don't react with way more pressure to a lot of things that people trying to tell me that they don't have good things in life, have a lot of good things in life, and then they demonize me for being better at handling things than they are because I'm forced to and I have no resources, and then I'm fucking treated like shit or denied, like, any real clarity on people that are claiming to be my, like, out for certain things. Like my mom, I need that to get out of here. And also, like, it's just really weird that, like, the guy that only really ever suffered, like, 2 fucking knocks at the door from the fucking goddamn cops. Like, man, dude, I literally was hacked. I was also stalked at a hearing. I had nightmares for 2 years. I was also in love and abused. But yeah, totally. And I did something that, like, you couldn't even imagine was possible. But yeah, sure, just throw me out before I'm able to have a break because I'm not human. But yeah, my point is, though, that, like, I'm stressed. I'm being treated really unfairly. I'm not talking about it publicly because I still think these people are better than they're acting. And I also understand the stress that's been by design placed on everybody. I don't think I deserve it. I know I'm better than people are treating me. And it's not like a competition thing. It's actually just a confidence thing. And the mistake that this community had with me is not realizing that I was mentally fully developed and just out of the state of my life where I wasn't sure about myself. But that's the reason I got involved with, you know, who was because I was ready for a future with a partner, and that's what I wanted, a partner. And I have to have my base needs established in stability without needing help first for that. And that was where I was at. And instead of just, like, being a shitty human that made me feel horrible, he had to do all this and take all that. And now instead of me just, like, being dumb and silly and just, like, being like, oh, well, that one didn't work out. No, I'm literally, like, I'm not me. Nothing I have is me. I'm not being spoken to. Like, I've literally accomplished the things in my life that I have. Well, guess what, though? I may have looked younger, but I actually was old. And I'd been through hell. And the internet doesn't understand that. So they just thought I was really dumb and naive. And the reality is, no. I didn't know what the fuck I was going to do with this situation if I didn't win. I'll tell you, I didn't know if I could win. But I've had other struggles in my life where people don't believe in me, and I've never been able to be forced like I am now to depend on people on any level since leaving my mother's. That was why I moved out at 18. I had to, because she's just nobody that says they care and they're constantly in control of your resources. It doesn't end well. It's best to have your own shit. And I always did. I had A, B, C, and D, and he made sure to have his army afterwards of doing all he did initially, continuing, and no remorse. And the only thing he was good at was absolutely nothing of his own credibility. It was my name being absolutely destroyed. I would not want to live if I were him, but it wouldn't be because I was, like, the failure, because he's the failure. Like, bro, you're literally so pathetic that no one cares about you unless you're hurting someone, especially me who loved you. Yikes. Okay, and then on top of it, you're a retard and you never shut the fuck up. Do you think that this is, like, not, like, real, the law, and, like, you're just God or something? Like, yikes. Also, like, feds, dude, you've been contacted now motherfucking 3 times, and they contacted me and knew where he was, and I did not. And I'm not saying more than that, and I don't want to know more than that. And I don't think I'm a target. I know there's some shit with him going on. I just don't know the depths of it at all. I have theories, though. But my point is, though, that, like, yeah. I got your back. I like you. I respect you. I like weirdos. I like people with a brain. Just if you can also, like, shorten Like, I also like people who are compassionate when it's hard. And honestly, like, that's what I'm kind of saying. Like, I'm really pressured right now by the people that only are the ones that can help me get out of a situation I have no control of, because I was abused and literally with crime proven against me and stated by these people is why they want to help me seen. You know, when do I get to be human enough to just breathe in my brain? I should be celebrating this. Turds never had a reason to be involved. I wish I could just let this go. My intuition's been right, though, if I let this go. I'm connecting a lot of really bad names, Francis, because they all got involved. New ones, old ones, problems of other people that I care about, fucking with my family and my income that I had a great plan for, and I had just gotten confidence in having stable. After I had just gone through all my medical shit and regular jobs didn't work, I found jobs that worked. And honestly, like, even online, when did I do anything wrong? And like you said, it's interesting. They hide behind this whole fist in the air of free speech, but the reality is, isn't that free speech to have a fair playing field to speak and debate? And when did arguing, which is just an opinion against an opinion, or an opinion against a real statistic, debates are statistic. You grow out of one concept and another into another by kind of like breaking down the good of one concept. That's what a debate is. No, these faggots debate. They don't have proof that they want to show me, but they sure as fucking convince a lot of people that my proof is fake. It's wild. They're insane. It's weird. But if you can just kind of like shorten everything because of all the pressure I'm under right now, like, I know you're goofy, and I know, actually, you can tag me. Just tag me whatever you feel like it, I guess. Just be nice. That's fine. I think that's kind of funny, but I'll literally be in the middle of something, I can't focus, and my phone will blow up, and I'm like, motherfucking Francis, shut up! Or I'll just start laughing, so, like, yeah, that's fine, do you? But, like, also, I probably won't respond. But yeah, no, when it comes to, like, in anything like this, or if you have a situation that I can help with and you want to tell me details for it, kind of spark note it for me right now. I'm literally doing the mental shit, and I'm actually being treated like shit. Like, not because I think people are bad, actually, just because we're all stressed. But I just have no resources, and it's by design that people are kind of not really treating me like a person right now. So I'm stressed, and I can absorb so. I'm just trying to say that my brain is like, I'm emotionally still barely healing. I have barely had a chance to get to that point, and I really haven't, because I haven't even had a few days to myself that I can just not think about things that I shouldn't have to think about, that aren't my fucking mess to pick up. I was okay doing it. I should have ever known it never should have gone beyond me and my ex. And I wish that as a human it had never happened. I don't deserve that. I don't think anyone does. Never been treated like that before. But like, when it comes to like anything, if you need to hit me up for an emergency in the next few days, I probably won't respond. Do you still have my number? I'll give it to you again. But like, I'll give it to you again, but like, yeah, be good. Don't be a super weirdo right now, unless like I can't respond to that. But if there's something I really want to help, if I can, that I can, spark note it. Don't just act like I assume, or just don't assume that I know it all, because I'm gonna be real Francis. When you talk about some of this shit, when all these people, that there's all this drama about online, people are talking about them, I'm like, wait, who is that? Dude, I can't watch IRL. I never was into IRL. The few seconds I started to watch it before I was ever in it, I was still with Baked Up Alaska, that era. I know that I was just a side character and actually worked my regular job, which was my business. But I was still adjacent to it. However, though, like, damn, dude, like, I don't know, man. It was only, like, afterwards that, like, I just really started to see how, like, some of this went down. But yeah, like, the actual facts are, I hate this shit. I'm not interested in it. And I don't even like, I would never like Dramaverse. It's stupid and petty. And only people that have nothing to be grateful in their lives for that they should be are the ones inviting that shit into the, like, I don't find that entertaining. It's actually really just, like, literally annoying background noise to me. So I hate Dramaverse. I do like Victoria. I think she's fair. I think she's a gossip channel that's not a smear campaign. I know you have your issues with her. Don't yell at me for any of that. That's just my opinion. Let me have it. But I only enjoy Victoria because I don't even look at the chat sometimes, but also there's other chats I have to survey for evidence because some of the worst think that they're safe in there and they don't know I watch. But yeah, no, in general, like, let me know if I can help with anything urgent right now. If you want to work on any projects when all this is a little bit more calm, let me know. If you ever want to do a panel, this is not the week for that. But if you do in the future, absolutely open. I empathize with a lot of the shit that you've had to be targeted for, although I do think that despite my own similar targeting, I'm also like seen and like I'm known differently, and also I've had eyes again that was with attention from abuse I never wanted. But that said, when the normal people with souls have started to see me as more than an angle in a smear, which they have, trust that is in droves. It like hit me not too long ago because I did start to realize I was being treated very respectfully by people, and I realized there was a difference. Jake Silver's from the outside too. He's a bad guy with money who came into a small group of weaker funded sadists. What I did when I went viral, in my opinion, is I just brought eyes to a community that would have otherwise been niche, as it was, to the public that A, was by intent seeing me in a specific light, so they didn't know anything, and they got caught up with shit like Victoria did, you know, and she's accounted for that, and I respect that a lot. And then, like, even Eric AF, dude, he ain't crossing the lines he did in the past, but I'm letting him run his mouth about me because that is free speech. However, we have had conversations behind the scenes. I actually like him, and he's basically like my age and from my area growing up. Like, we would have been in the same shit, like hanging out. Like, we would have been at Peabody's or something, like going to a fucking post-hardcore show. And you know what? Because I don't fuck most of my dude friends, almost any of them I don't. I've grown up with a lot of dude friends. I wouldn't make it fucking weird. We'd just like fucking have fun at a show. So like, I'm just saying, these are the normies that came in with a smeared, like, intended image of me that over time are realizing that's not the case at all, really. If it is, and they're getting why I was in the reactive states I was in. Whereas on the flip side, though, you also bring in the big bad guys, like the real bad ones, the hackers and the stalkers that we didn't have a lot of, or the wine mommies with funding and corruption ties that otherwise. But that's Carterverse that got involved, because they also saw that the viral looks to me got them attention if they provoked me. It's disgusting. It's pathetic. All to me it says is that I never wanted this, and these people that are apparently so mad I have it, like, I don't know why they hate themselves so much. Like, Controlla has a child. I wish that was what I was hoping for with Nick. I want a fucking family. I'm a fucking housewife now in my head at this point. Like, I grew up out of that, like, wild girl stage in my, like, late 20s. As what I got. I mean, chicken was my college era fun. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on. But yeah, anyways, my point is, I wanna help if I can, so let me know. Also, keep everything short, and then in the future, if you want to have a topic, we can structure out with a little bit of a strategy, and then I won't let anybody on unless we agree upon it. I'm not going to have panels where anyone can come on if I do that. I want to have constructive stuff, but yeah, I don't have a problem at all with you. In fact, I do. I actually really appreciate you, Francis. I think you're a real one, and that's not really easy to say that I believe in this community very often. I think you've also seen some of the things I see. Also, you have eyes on things that you know are not right, that I know aren't right, but you know more about than I do, which is what I said. The things you told me and, like, kind of translated to me about Nick and some of the shit, that one podcast we had, I'm not saying I always want to talk about it. I never want to talk about him, really. But, like, I'm just saying, like, that perspective really woke me up. And I think that people, like, with that mentality are really valuable in this community. And my ability to kind of broadcast that with people that are already stalking me and watching me with, you know, good intent but are silent, they want to hear this shit, and they're not otherwise going to do it. And I don't have to talk. Someone else can be talking. I'm just saying, I'm here for that if you're down. So, like, I do have respect, and I think your voice is valuable here. And I also think that my power in the community, my flex with the legal stuff, unfortunately, that I had to do, and then other things like just the viral eyes, I have not clout that I wanted, and not anything that's helpful to me, like, emotionally, but, like, when I have to fight